everybody. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 of my favorite hooks that I use when I'm doing college and scholarship essays. If you have any hooks that I don't mention in the video, please feel free to comment about what those are below so you can help out other people. My favorite hook is a story, and that's just where you launch right off from the start with some action. There can be a lot of different kinds of stories. An example of one that I've used is my family went through a hurricane when I was in high school. And so I started off just talking about the lightning flashing and the winds blowing and the tree that fell very close to our house and the waters rising. And so just like getting right into the action, oftentimes without really any context, can get a reader straight into the story and get them excited and want to continue reading. And then later transitioning on about why that story was impactful and reflecting on it. But that's a great way to get your reader engaged and excited to hear more. My second favorite hook is a quote. There can be a lot of different kinds of quotes. If you're writing a college essay or a why college essay, then you could start off with the school's motto or a quote from a well-known alumni. Typically, I'd suggest picking quotes from people you know or people that are more well-known, and that quotes that are relevant to the message you're trying to communicate. So writing that essay first and then finding a quote that goes with it. You might be able to collect a certain number of quotes you're able to reuse over and over again. I personally like a lot of Michelle Obama quotes, but you might be able to find some people that you really resonate with. Quotes can just be a good way to find outside authority that also resonates with what you're saying. And quotes also tend to pull people into your writing. My third favorite hook is a descriptive piece. So you might start off with, when you're trying to talk about a conversation you had with your grandmother on a snowy day, you start off by describing the snow that was outside and the ridges of wool in the blanket that you were holding and the tingly sensation you got as you drank your cup of apple cider, just being really vivid, articulate, rich in your describing of detail, because that can also pull somebody in, gives them sensory images and helps them put themselves in your shoes. And typically this is going to be a little bit longer hook, and so it's important that you make sure you have enough time. This is not a super short essay you would use a hook like this for, but it's definitely a great way to grab the reader's attention in a fairly unique way. My fourth favorite way to grab someone's attention is by asking a question or giving a command. This is one of the few times that you'll probably specifically address the reader in your essay. And so it can grab their attention right off the bat because you're addressing them instead of talking about me, myself, I, because that's what a lot of essays are about. And so it helps to bring them into the story by asking them a question. It could be in relation to a story. It could be just simply, why would someone ever care about education, and then talking about that. Or it could even be a command. Again, it's going to startle the reader. It's going to tend to make them think and reflect on themselves before moving on and get their mind off of a habitual just reading essays over and over again. So my fifth favorite thing to do is kind of listing off a resume. You do have to be careful when doing this because you don't want to mention things that a scholarship committee or college admissions officer already knows about you. If they knew about these things from your activity or extracurriculars list, it's not best to list them, but if you have some additional things, if you have some numbers that you would like to share, you can do that because it's going to come across very boldly and it's going to come off, hopefully, somewhat impressively. It's going to get them engaged and wanting to learn more about you as a person. Again, you do have to be careful with the context because you don't want to repeat things they already know about you because that's just a waste of space. But it can come off as a very confident way to start. And always remember, at the end of the day, you can pick more than one of the hooks. Do be careful about it. You don't want to mix all of them together, of course, but like you could have a descriptive scene in a story. You can combine them, mix and match in order to create your own perfect, unique essay. Don't forget, at the end of the day, one of the most important things is that you just go back and reflect. Whatever you say at the beginning, whatever story you share, every bit of context that you show someone else, you need to make sure you're reflective and you talk about why this story, why this conversation, why this event, whatever it was, mattered to you and why it's important to you and how it's changed your outlook on the future. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you found those 5 hooks helpful. Just as a reminder, they were sharing a story, starting off with a quote, giving a descriptive scene, giving a command, or asking someone a question, and last but not least, starting off with a short resume. Don't want to make it too long. If you did find this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more college related content. I also have a lot of SAT related content on my channel. And if you have any other ideas for hooks, again, please put those down in the comments so you can help your peers out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.